Let's talk about something that most people will not admit out loud. Success is not given, it's earned. Yes, we can manifest. Yes, we can attract. But if you want true power, if you want to live a life of freedom, of influence, and unapologetic success, then you have to become the kind of woman who can hold it. And you know what? That takes work. It takes a lot of work. Because privilege, when it's earned, becomes unshakable. So what does the psychology of success look like for the high value woman? That's precisely what I'm going to be breaking down for you today, beautiful. So let's get into the episode. The first point here, you don't wait to be chosen. You choose yourself. Most people in society today, they are trained to wait. Wait for everything. Wait for permission, wait for validation, wait for an opportunity. But do you know what the high value woman does? She decides. She knows, she believes, she understands that life responds to leadership. The universe, God, your creator, however you like to look at this, he, she, they are responding to you. Your action, your energy, your being. So life responds to leadership and she leads. The high value woman leads. That's the moment that success is going to begin for you, beautiful. Now, I know that you've already had success in life. I know that you are an achiever, someone who's already gained so much in your life. Someone who sets goals and achieves them time after time. But I also know that there's so much more for you to achieve, and you still have the feeling that it's a little bit out of reach. And you also have the feeling that you should just be grateful for everything you have. But let me tell you that the moment that your success is going to begin is the moment you actually stop playing the game. And not only the game of life, the game that you were taught to play by all the external influences around about you. So you're actually going to stop playing the waiting game now, and you're going to start owning your own path. And that starts by believing that you are worthy. You're worthy just as you are. You were born worthy. You're incredible. There's an incredible path already mapped out for you. Your spirit is well aware of what this is. And now you're choosing, I'm going for this. This is mine. I believe, I have the faith it's for me. So there is no other outcome, and you choose yourself. Now, you cannot quantum leap your life experiences, manifesting every desire that you have if you don't understand the price of elevation. Elevation and your own evolution, they come at the cost. And do you know what that cost is? The cost of stepping outside your comfort zone. I know as women, we love to feel comfortable. We love to feel safe. But growth does cost something. Just the same as stagnation costs you big time as well. I want you to think about it like that. Most people are like, oh, well, stepping outside your comfort zone, it sounds hard. But do you ever actually take the time to think what the alternative is? Because in your heart, you understand what you're capable of. You know what's out there for you. You understand what your desires are. And those desires were placed by your creator on your heart in order that you go out there and you achieve them. That's your life's purpose, by the way. Let me know if you felt that in the comments. But if you want to achieve that, it's going to take you embracing life. And basically embracing life and all its uncertainties is what people like to call stepping outside of your comfort zone or facing challenges. That's all it is. You have to say yes to the unknown with the sheer faith that this is for you. So, growth is going to cost you your old identity. Beautiful, just so you understand that. Your old identity needs to die, okay? It's going to die. It's going to be deceased, but you need to make the moves first, okay? Just so you understand that. Growth is going to cost you your old excuses as well. You know, we make excuses every single day, and we just think, oh, you know what? I can't do it because of this. Oh, I can't do it because it can't be me because of my genetics, because of my upbringing, because I have this, that, or the next label. I can't do it because I'm not strong enough. Yes, you are. And in fact, I'm more than happy to prove to you that you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. And I am actually also willing to prove that it's so much easier than you could ever believe. Another thing that growth costs you is your old environment. And that's sometimes a bitter pill to swallow. Because if you have been for so long stuck in the same place, not necessarily geographically, but if you have been stuck in the same space in your life, let's call it, the specific timeline that you're on, and you feel like nothing's really changing, nothing's shifting, although you have all these amazing things you want to achieve and you desire, and you know that it's possible and it keeps you going, but you're never really sold on that, there's a huge chance that it's because of your environment. And that is the environment that you've actually created for yourself. By environment, I mean your ecosystem, the people that surround you, the digital space that you surround yourself with through choice, the content that you consume, physically where you live, who you live with, where you work, all of that. Your growth is totally dependent on you shifting your environment, and that isn't always easy to hear. But the high value woman, who I know you are deep inside, she doesn't fear that cost. She invests in herself. She invests time, energy, money, attention. And that's because she knows that earned privilege only comes through discipline, resilience, and vision. That's the reality of it. The only way you and anyone can earn certain privileges, i.e. having the status of a high value woman, and by the way, I believe all humans have high value, just so you know. However, we can choose to be high value or not, through the actions we take, through the mindset we have, and through accepting or not the journey that we've been dealt in life. High value it's not a case of you are or you're not, or they are or they're not, or this group of are or are not. High value is yours if you're willing to rise to it. That's it. So understand that you're going to pay a price. You are always going to pay a price. You guys know me, I love my health and wellness culture, diet culture, whatever you like to call it. I love that. So I'm always looking for ideas. I'm very inspired by that. I love this. I love living a healthy lifestyle. I'm always trying to elevate that somehow. But I always use all of these contextual stories and whatever to explain it to you. But you understand. Let's come back to the price. I can sit every single day watching vlogs on YouTube or tuning in to some TikTok things. I mean, I don't even have TikTok, let me tell you, I do not. It's not because I'm like, oh, I'm too good for it. It's because I know how toxic it can be. I had it before. I digress. But these social media platforms, I could sit and scroll. I could go onto the For You page and have all this amazing content recommended to me, and I could sit and scroll or watch Netflix and find a series. By the way, if you ever have to find a series to watch, that's the sign you're ready for more and you're just putting it off. Let me know if you feel that one in the comments. It hurts, doesn't it? I know. Trust me, I've been there. And by the way, in some phases and stages of your life, you just need a series. But I want to understand that if you're ready, and you'll know when you're ready, because you're getting itchy feet. Not physically, okay, not literally, but you're feeling a little bit stuck. You're feeling a little bit, I could be doing more with my life. I'm a bit bored. I'm feeling a bit, kind of like I'm going into a bit of a spiral at the moment. That means you're ready to elevate, beautiful. That's the sign. But if you're feeling that, and then you're like, well, I really want to start the gym, or I really want to start my new class, or I really want to start a new hobby, or I really want to go for a new career or learn or whatever it may be, but I don't know how I can fit it in. I think you probably could. I know you probably could. All right? There are people on this planet who achieve an insane amount in 48 hours. 24 hours, sorry. So if you think that you can't find an extra hour to do something, I'm here to help you free that up, by the way. I'm here to show you how you can do that. I don't believe that's true. You just don't want to accept that price because you don't want to lose that comfort. But trust me, if that was meant for you, don't deny yourself of it. Understand that elevation is going to require you to step up, to make changes, to do things a little bit differently, and yes, to feel overwhelmed. But you can make that choice. You can either be overwhelmed now by the changes you're making that are going to impact your life tremendously and amazing things are going to follow in time, or you can be overwhelmed because you didn't actually make the change. You stayed on exactly the same cycle where you had been, and another 5 or 10 years pass, and you look back with nothing but deep regret that you didn't make the change now. So that's the price. Well, you got to pay it sometime. You can pay now, you can pay later. You decide. The only thing is, if you pay now, what you get in the future, it's going to be way more valuable. Why? Because you've invested your energy. That's what happens when you invest. And you're an asset. So if you're investing in an asset, you're going to come back with that, with so much more than you can ever imagine. Okay, that's how we were designed. The more we give, the more we get. That's why you see this all over the internet. Why is it the rich get rich and the poor get poor? Why is it that the certain people think, oh, amazing things just happen? Because of the energy and the attitude and that vibration. But you have to put that work in first before you're going to see results. So, finally, I need you to understand this one. Success. It is not about hardship. Okay, while the world out there is rushing towards instant gratification, you, as a high-level woman, you're slowing down. You're slowing down to build something real. It's like me coming back to my health and wellness anecdotes. When I'm in the gym doing deadlifts, I'm not thinking to myself, how quickly can I do this? I'm understanding that my workout is going to take at least an hour. I'm going to need to sit and wait when I'm having rest, like a couple of moments of rest. Why is that? Because I need to be patient and build up the energy to do better work. When I'm doing those deadlifts, I'm not thinking, can I just do the lightest weight possible, get it done. No, I'm like, right, give me the heaviest that I can possibly do without it, doing some damage, obviously. And I'm doing it as slowly as possible at the points where it matters. Why? Because that's how my booty is going to be the peachiest it has ever been. That's the truth. Because if I'm just randomly moving up and down and not bothering about my form, if I'm not... And by the way, when you're doing things, whether it be in the gym or whether it be in your real life and you're learning new skills, if you feel you need to refine something, you stop and you refine it there and then. You learn it, you refine it, and then you move on, because you need to build strong foundations. And a high value woman doesn't resent the process. She respects it. She's like, there is a reason why this isn't taking me 5 minutes and instead it's taking me 5 years. There is a reason why a body recomposition doesn't take 5 minutes. It takes about a year or so to really get to where you want. And you need to understand why that happens. The high value woman, she respects that and she's willing to invest. She's like, well, look, the time's going to pass anyway, so I'm going to make sure that it matters. And she respects the compounding power of micro habits, of emotional mastery, of becoming 1% more aligned every day. And that's why her habits matter. And that's why her results are actually exponential. Suddenly, it's like that J curve you see everywhere. You start and you're like, oh, am I actually going anywhere? You don't feel like it. But suddenly, everything just compounds. Because you're not relying on luck then. You're actually relying on who you're becoming and the habits every single day that are allowing you to become that high value, incredible woman. So let me say this really clearly. Success is not an accident. There's nothing accidental about success. And there's no such thing as an overnight success. It's actually a reflection of the woman who you've trained yourself to be. And that's it. You don't become high value by consuming more. You become high value by actually doing the work, whatever that may be. Changing how you think, changing your mindset, your attitude, the way you think about things, and actually by showing up as her right now, even before the external results show up. Let me tell you, I was in the gym the other day and I saw a girl who is clearly, she's smashing her fitness journey because she's showing up consistently every day. And that person, I know, has got a way to go because she told me that. But she's showing up every single day with a smile on her face, going through the program. And I just know for a fact that in time, that same person is going to be thriving. Her confidence is going to go through the roof. But what she's gaining is not necessarily, or losing, is not just necessarily physical, it is mental. Because life transformations, they don't happen overnight. They happen when you decide that you're worth more and you're willing to get in there every single day and make it happen. And that's what earned power looks like. You can't help the way that you started off in life. You can't change the guidance that you were given, but what you can do is take full responsibility and know that it's now up to you. And this is all, it can only go one way. It can only go up, or you can stay where you are right now and nothing's going to change. So if you're actually done watching others win, will you just stay stuck on the sidelines? If you know that there's a way more powerful version of you ready to rise, but you don't know how to unlock her, then I want you to know that this is your moment. Give me a love heart emoji in the comments, or even just like the video, give it a thumbs up if you feel this, because this is your moment now. This is your sign. You were meant to hear this. And you can step into your power fully with the spark activation. which is your personalised, private video blueprint that's going to show you exactly what's holding you back and how to become the woman who commands absolutely everything she wants. And it's going to seem so easy. So you can claim your spark activation via the description box below. But this is where your success begins. It's with you deciding that you're worth earning it. So I want you to let me know if you felt this episode, if you believe that you are ready to go after it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and you're ready for the next episode, because I'm going to be discussing how perception creates opportunity. That is one that you don't want to miss. But until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, let me know your comments below. And if you're ready to start to make your change today, then the Spark Activation link is down below, and I'll see you there.